Hi there, it's Emma from Emma's Cards and Paper Crafts. Today I've got a little project in the mail from the lovely Heather over at Stamp with Nelly. I'm a little bit behind on these. I've got quite a few piled up in the corner that I haven't got around to doing yet after a busy couple of months. So this one was from February, so if you wanted to go and find her video over on her YouTube, it's Stamp with Nelly, and it would have been around the February time that this one was on her video list. So let's pour out all of our bits and bobs and just make sure we've got everything and I haven't lost anything. So we've got some lovely hand cream in here. So it's a box to be making some hand cream. There we go. We've got some flowers and some leaves. So that'll be the front and back of our box. And then just checking down my list of everything to make sure I've got everything. I think I have. Oh, there's another stray flower there. But yeah, so this is our template. Let's make sure I've got it up the right way. So yep, it goes that way up. We're just going to fold against all of our pre-scored lines. If you go and find her video over at Stamp with Nelly, she will have all of the measurements there, I should expect. So I'm just going to fold along all of our lines, and then we're going to cut off all the bits we don't need, because there's a few bits we don't need, just so our box folds as it should. So my scissors. So I'm going to carefully look at my instructions, because last time I did this I got this wrong. So we're cutting out this bottom corner here like so, and we're going to notch the corners on each of our flaps. And then I'm going to cut up each of these lines and also make little flap notches. But I am going to leave this one in the centre here perfectly straight on all of the edges, just because I'm going to use that as my outside flap. And then it will hide up all of my pieces that I don't want seen. I'll show you what I mean in a minute anyway. So all of those at the bottom except for this one here I have notched. So when we fold it all closed, this square one we will use as our last flap, just to make sure it's nice and square and it will all cover everything perfectly. Now at the top we just need to notch this one here ever so slightly, like so. And I'm pretty sure that's all of the cutting off we need to do. We need to add in some diagonal score lines here, but I'm never good at diagonal score lines. I'll just wait until we've got it into a box. I'll carefully fold it into the diagonal bits there. So we're going to decorate first. We've got some nice pretty little gems here, some flowers, and this is going to be for our sentiment. And actually, because we haven't got a stamped sentiment here, because we're not allowed to share stamped images, we have to use our own. I am going to use the Bright Borders, I think. I feel like either this one or this one would go well. I'm going to go with this one, I think. Just looks like my leafy pieces. And then we're going to add From Me to You. From Me to You. There we go. and we are going to stamp that in. What colour is this cardstock? This cardstock is, let me get my handy dandy colour chart out. It is Melon Mambo. So let's stamp in Melon Mambo as well. Actually, we're going to do our outline with Memento, and then the writing inside with Melon Mambo. I'm going to do the writing first. Let's get that blocked, because then I can make my frame fit around it. So which way round does my punch go? That way. So I'm going to stamp that right about there, and then I'm going to, yep, that one fits perfectly. Block up that one there. Close up the Melon Mambo and put that one away, and get my Memento. And there we go, I've just stamped that one like so. I'm going to put my stamp block out the way. I'm going to fight to get my punch out because it's hidden behind things. Oh, and I've just moved my camera too. Oh, you're going all over the place. Let's get you back where you should be. There we go, right about there. And then we're going to punch this out. Just like so. I'm going to keep this scrap as well because I can use that one for something else. This is not going well. I've got too much on my desk. Ugh, need to have a clear out, I think. Just make sure you're still in the right place. There we go. So that is the to the point punch I've used. So that coordinates with the bright borders. And now we're going to start sticking everything together. So oh, we've got, which side do I want to use? Quite like the orange in it as well. I've got to say that's probably Calypso Coral. Probably. I don't have this DSP, I think. Which one is it? Bloom Impressions. Oh, I think I have got that one actually. Florals in Bloom I've got. Floral Impressions I've got. Is it the Floral Impressions? No. And then what's this one? Lovely Garden. I've got so many different flowery ones at the moment. So no, I don't think I have got this one. I think we're going to go with this side. Let's just line up our pieces though to see if they I can jigsaw puzzle them back to how they should be. There we go, I think that's the correct order. I want to say it is. So that's what we're going to go with anyway. So we're going to stick those on. Let's just find some glue. Do you know what? I'm going to use my stamp and seal because it's easier. without jinxing anything, since I changed to a new stamp and seal roller, it seems to be behaving. And I haven't had it go wrong yet. But now that I've said that, it's probably going to be jinxed and it's going to go wrong every 5 minutes again. So I reckon I just had a bad reel before, and that's why it kept going wrong. And last one. And goes like that. Now we're going to pop these two on. Right, so these ones with the marks, they're going to be the sides of the box that are going to be pinched together. So we don't want to put them on those ones. We want to put them on this one and this one, like so. And now I will use some wet glue for putting the side of the box together because I don't trust Stamp and Seal for that. So wet glue. And then how I always make sure my boxes are square, line it up in half like so. And then just hold it flat for a minute or two. And we're going to go this way. And I've got a couple of library clips I'm just going to pop on there. Make sure it squeezes the edge good and proper for a few minutes. And then we can have a look at our flowers and decide how we're going to decorate. So I think I'm going to use some glue dots for my flowers. I feel like I'm going to use my gems for flower centres as well. So when I can pick them up, now that I come to think of it, I've got a funny feeling this DSP may have now retired, but we've got so many with so many similar names. So this is Bloom Impressions, and we've got the Floral Impressions, and then we got, what was the other one I said? Florals in Bloom. There's so many similar floral named designer series paper packs at the moment. I will mention if it is one of the ones that has retired in the description box if that is the case. Right, now I've got some glue dots. So we're going to assemble our flowers. I haven't quite decided how these are going to go yet, but I'll put a leaf there and then flower in front of it. Put another flower next to it. Oh, that one all rolled up. It will still stick, it's fine. There we go. And then going to go opposite corners, I think. Got a bit of fluff under my glued up. No. Hate it when it does that. Let's go with the big gem there. And then I feel like this one I'm going to put on the box itself. So I'm straying a little bit from Heather's original design, but that's no big deal. We like a little bit of creativity. I'm sure she won't mind. Right, so where she's put those lovely little folds there, I'm just going to gently push in on those folds and give it a pinch tight on that bit there. And then you can see it's already made my things there for me. So now I'm going to put my library clip on there like so. So it holds it nice and square, and we're going to glue all of these flaps down now. So where did I pop my glue there? So remember, this flap here with the that's completely square is going to be our last one, so I'm just going to fold that one out the way for now. And we're going to sandwich our flaps, so we're going to go with the opposite one first and then each of the sides like so. So middle, side, side, top, and there we go, like so. And then now we can see that it's nice and square because our square fits perfectly on the bottom. I'm going to take that clip off a minute, and we are going to find something that fits in there that is quite heavy. I feel like my kids' giant pen's probably going to be the only thing that's skinny enough to fit in there. So we'll let that sit in there for a minute or two while we find some dimensionals to add on our front here. But my last one is finished, so where did I put my scissors? Right next to me, obviously. We're going to cut up some of these edge pieces. Like so. And we're going to go down the middle because it's quite a narrow box, and I feel like this sentiment might be a little bit big for the box. So we're just going to keep our pieces down the centre, just to be on the safe side. Peel the backs off of all of those. Alright, take my lovely Corf Castle giant pen out of there now. And we're going to put our where did I put our lovely little tube of hand cream? Right in front of me. Of course I did, but I just hid it behind something. So there's our lovely little tube of rose hand cream. Library clip going back on the top. And then we're going to add our sentiment like so. And then our last flower, I'm just going to put on the top bit up here, just like so. There we have it. So that was the Bloom Impressions Tall Milk Carton Box by Stamp with Nelly. Lovely little project through the post. I will tag Stamp with Nelly's original video in the description box below. I hope you've enjoyed watching my video today, and I hope you will come back again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.